There are many questions you should ask before you finalize your decision to commit to a college, and finances is most definitely one of them. Here are the questions you should be asking before you accept your admissions offer. What is my actual out of pocket cost after financial aid? Top one question that you should be asking. One of my recommendations is that you visit your school's cost of attendance website to get a grasp on what it costs as direct and indirect fees. And if you have questions about this and what cost of attendance is, check out my previous video that covers the acronyms and what that means for you as a student. Your cost of attendance website at your college is going to provide you the estimated costs to include direct and indirect costs based on your preferred housing choice. So if you're planning to live on campus in the dorms, or if you're going off campus in private housing, maybe with some friends and roommates, or with a parent, you want to take a look at that end line to determine how much is going to be covered with your financial aid and how much you potentially will need to pay out of pocket. You can also use your offer or financial aid award package and compare your total cost of attendance minus your pending financial aid. Keep in mind that your financial aid offer more than likely includes loans. So you want to be thoughtful that if you decide to take the full package, part of that financial aid will include loans that you may be required to pay back at the end of your graduation and 6 months beyond that. I'll be sure to add that in the notes below to give you an overall arch of what a college financing plan is. But this allows you to view your total out-of-pocket costs minus your pending and offered financial aid. And this form is requirement of every college and institution that awards aid. So college financing plan, you can also look at your cost of attendance website and do the math yourself to see what is realistic that you will need to pay out of pocket. Number 2 question, does this package cover tuition only, or does it include housing, meal plans, and books? Excellent question. Based on your financial need and merit awards, you again want to compare your total offered aid package with your total direct costs. Keep it in mind, direct cost is going to be your tuition, mandatory fees, room and board, or food. Students with demonstrated financial need, or high need, as we call it in our world, are really poised for the highest aid award package, helping to cover, if not all, very close to your direct cost. So again, you want to be mindful of what your SAI or student aid index number is, and you want to take a look at what you are being offered in free money, such as our grants and scholarships, and any loans that will require you to repay your loans that are borrowed from your educational expenses. One of the most popular questions I usually get are, what's the gimmick? What hidden costs should I expect that aren't covered by financial aid? Again, I stress it more than anything is consider taking a closer look at your academic major curriculum. Some courses have additional fees, such as my art majors and my science majors, that will assess, such as an art studio fee or lab fee. In addition, library fines, single dorm room costs, parking fines, etc., are not covered by most grants and scholarships. So anything that is deemed an educational expense that most students receive and are required to cover is considered a mandatory fee that most of these scholarship or aid awards cover. Anytime you are experiencing a specialty fee that's not as common for most students, you will see that there's a difference that will be a requirement that you pay out of pocket. So again, keep it in mind, being a responsible college student, not assessing those unnecessary fees such as library fines due to lateness or parking fees because you parked in the wrong place is going to be your responsibility that's paid out of pocket. The next question, it comes up all the time, and it's so strange when getting this question, but more importantly, I want to share it with you all. Will my financial aid package be the same every year? The question is easily answered with no, not necessarily. Your need based eligibility can change from year to year because it captures your household's federal tax information, income, and assets from the prior year on your FAFSA. So, in layman's terms, when you're submitting your FAFSA, you do have to submit that application every academic year. And in that application, you're required to submit your tax information from 2 years prior. So once that application has been submitted and your SAI has been determined, it can change up or down and how much that you're eligible to receive in any federal assistance as well as state or institutional aid. Any changes to your family dynamic, family income, a job loss or a promotion or increase will fluctuate as well with eligibility annually. Note that you have to submit the FAFSA every academic year to continue to be eligible for need-based aid and for it to calculate. Finally, my last question that pops up that you should be asking is, what happens if tuition increases next year? Will my aid increase too? An excellent question, and it's a question that you should be asking as a first year incoming student when you're looking at your financial aid package. Keep in mind, if you're receiving grants or scholarships that are a flat fee or award amount that renews but doesn't increase from year to year. Historically, college and universities increase tuition, fees, room, food plans annually to maintain the increase in the cost of living. On average, annual increases can range from 3 to 5% each year for each item line or mandatory fee. Therefore, as a first year student, you should review your financial aid package and look at it on a granular scale. You're looking at not just this academic year that's coming up, but for 3 to 4 more years and that projection of the estimated increase in fees. It is not just reviewing aid for 1 year and making the assumption if it fits you and your family's budget, but it's looking at it for a total of 4 until you complete your undergraduate or graduate level programs. After we have proactively reviewed both our financial aid offer, the terms, and fine print, we can now discuss how and what to accept or decline for the academic year. Visit me on the next video of Financial Aid Decoded,